Okay. So have a comfortable seat. Sit back in your chair, hands resting gently on your lap, feet well grounded. Sit tall. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. And sigh it out. Do that again. Deep breath in. Let it go. The next one, breathe in and out through your nose. So deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Go ahead and open your eyes. And imagine that you are surrounded by a huge clock face, enormous clock face going all the way around. Move your chin point by point to the numbers on the clock. So we'll begin. I'm going to do opposite you so that I don't get confused. So move your chin up to 12 o'clock. Move your chin to 1 o'clock, to 2 o'clock, and to 3 o'clock. Now your head should be facing directly over your right shoulder. Down to 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock, so now your chin should be facing down towards your armpit, collarbone, right side of chest area. Drop it down to 6 o'clock. Over to 7, 8, 9, you should be facing directly out over your left shoulder. 10, 11, back to 12, and release back to center. Take a deep breath. Let it go. We'll do the opposite direction. Lift your chin to 12 o'clock. Move it to 11, 10, 9, face directly over your left shoulder. 8, 7, this is a really great stretch right here for the space behind the right shoulder blade being at 7 o'clock. Drop your chin down to 6 o'clock. 5, 4, 3, directly over the right shoulder. 2 o'clock. 1 o'clock. Back to 12. And center. Take a deep breath. And let it go. Bring your hands together right at the center of your chest in a prayer shape. Interlace your fingers and then press your palms out and up overhead. This is your in-breath. Your out-breath, sweep your arms down, around, and back to the prayer shape. Inhale, interlace, press it up. Exhale, press it down, bring it around. Keep going. Couple more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rest your hands on your lap. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Heavy your left shoulder down. If you like, add your right hand overhead to cup your left ear. Keep breathing. Turn your head towards the ground. Draw the back of your head forward and down. And then to come out of this, press into your hand. So you're providing resistance with your right hand. Push into your hand, into your head as you come back up to center, and let it go. Take a breath. Shrug your shoulders and release. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder, and then get heavy, heavy, heavy through the right shoulder. So it's not creeping up, but it's dropping down towards the ground. And again, optional, add the hand, left hand cups right ear. Gently drawing the head to the side, breathe. Imagine sending your breath right into that space that you're stretching on the right side of the neck and top of the shoulder. Turn your head face down towards the ground. If you're using your hand, it comes to the back of your head to draw the back of your skull forward and down. Again, resist. If you're using your hand, push your head and your hand into each other to provide resistance as you press back up and come center and let it go. Roll your shoulders back, big circles. Roll them forward. And bring your right hand to the chair leg or to the seat of the chair. Draw your left arm straight up overhead. Lengthen up from your hip crease up through the side of your body, through your shoulder blade. Let your shoulder blade elevate up onto your arm bone. Let that travel up and out through your fingertips. You're lengthening that whole side, and then tip over. Side bend. Try looking up towards your elbow. And then look down towards the ground and reach further with your left arm. Come back up, relax, take a breath, let it go. Bring your left hand to the leg or the seat. Draw your right arm straight up overhead. Again, moving from, you can even imagine it moving from your sit bone that's connecting to the chair all the way up to your shoulder blade. Shoulder blade elevates up onto the arm bone. The arm bone follows out your fingertips. Then tip over and take a side bend. Look up towards your elbow as best you can. And then look down towards the ground and reach further out with your right hand. Keep breathing. One more deep breath. Come back up. Relax your hands to your lap. Take a deep breath. And let it go. Bring both arms up now, stretching up again from the base of your body, so from your sit bones, from the bottom of your pelvis, through the sides of your waist, all the way up through your fingertips. Take a twist to your right, and then bring your arms down. So your left hand is going to come behind the chair, your right arm is going to come, your right hand is going to come behind the chair, your left arm is going to come outside the right leg. For the beginning of this twist, keep your chin in line with your breastbone. So the head and the neck are not following the twist at this point. They're staying even with your chest. Take a deep breath, lengthen up more through the spine. As you exhale, allow your head and neck to join into the twist, looking back past your right shoulder. Keep the length in your spine. Keep the arms as they are. Breathe in. As you exhale, turn your head and neck back to center so that you're looking over your left shoulder. And then unwind back to center. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Sweep your arms up high. Lengthen pelvis to fingertips. Really energize, get long. There should be no bend in the elbows. Elbows are straight. Energize out the fingertips. And then turn and release your arms. The left arm comes down behind the chair. The right arm comes to the outer left leg. Once again, chin in line with breastbone. Sit tall. Take a deep breath, lengthen more. Exhale, let your head and neck follow the twist so that you're looking back over the left shoulder. Keep breathing, belly soft. Breathe in. Exhale, turn your head so that you're looking back to the center, and that means past your right shoulder. Deep breath, unwind, come back to center. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears, take a breath, and release them down. Draw your arms out in front of you and wrap the right arm over the left at the elbow. Okay, now your options here, if you have the space, you could take the forearms together and the backs of the hands could meet, or the palms of the hands could meet in an eagle wrap. If that is not available to you, simply place your hands on the tops of your shoulders, okay? So any one of those options, shoulders, backs of hands and forearms together, or palms together in a full twist, all right? Take a deep breath, lift your arms up, exhale, curl in, elbows towards belly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, elbows to belly. Lift back up to center, forward bend. So you're tipping forward at the hips now. Maybe you can lay your elbows on your knees. If not, just come as far as you can. Drop your head. Press back up. Unwind your arms, sweep them up overhead, and release. Draw your arms back out in front of you. Left arm crosses over the right at the elbow, same options. Hands to shoulders, backs of forearms and backs of hands together, or palms meet in a twist. Breathe in, lift up through the elbows, exhale, curl inward, elbows come towards belly button. Inhale to lift it up. Exhale, curl elbows to belly. Inhale back to center. Now lean forward. You're tipping forward from the hips, drawing your elbows towards your knees. Come back up. Unwind your arms, lift them up overhead. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, release your hands down to your lap. Scoot forward on your chair so that you're sitting towards the front edge of the chair. Lean forward a bit, clasp your hands behind your back. Reach back through your hands, reach forward through your chest. So you're trying to draw the shoulders back and the breastbone forward. Keep your chin level with the ground. So in other words, don't crane your neck up, but rather keep the back of the neck neutral. Back of the neck is neutral, chin parallel to ground. Keep breathing. Come back up, relax your arms. You can do the same thing again, keeping your head elevated above the space of your heart, or you can come forward into a forward bend for the next variation of this. So tip forward at the hips, hands behind your back, roll the shoulders back, move the hands back, move the heart forward. This time either stay here or forward bend over your thighs and lift the arms up behind you. Keep your breath moving. Come back up to sit. Release the arms. Sit tall. Take a breath. And let it go. Take your feet about as wide as the chair legs, maybe a touch wider. Your toes can point out on an angle if you like, that's fine. Lean forward so your forearms come to your thighs. You can clasp your hands if you want or don't. And you can keep your head elevated or you can drop down further. Again, that's up to you depending on your spine, the eye issues that you may have, glaucoma, detached retina. You want to keep your head elevated. If you have high blood pressure, you may want to keep your head elevated. So you can stay here. Or you can take your fingertips to the ground and drop your head if you wish, or keep your head elevated. So all kinds of options available, right? You can stay up high, you can drop down low. It's up to you. Now, if you're down on your fingertips, walk your hands over to one side and bow over that leg. If you're up on your forearms, take one forearm to the opposite thigh and lean. So we're kind of doing a side bend, forward bend shape, okay? Either upright or down low. And then walk over to the other side or switch both forearms to the opposite leg. Come back to center. Press both hands onto your legs and press your body back up to sit upright. Draw your feet back towards each other about hip distance apart. Sit tall, take a deep breath, and let it go. Now scoot back a bit further in your chair so your tush is towards the back of the chair. Reach your arms straight out in front of you, straight out from the shoulders, and have your hands shoulder distance apart, so not wide, right out of your shoulders. Lift them up overhead and bring them back down, shoulder height. Once again, lift up, release down, lift up, stay up. Try to bring your upper arms back by your ears. They might not go that far, that's okay, but go in that direction so that you are working the muscles of the upper back and shoulders to draw the arm bones back. Keep breathing. Release your arms down. Take a break. Now, hands at the sides of the chair for support. Lengthen your legs and then straighten your knees so that your legs lift up off the ground. Pull your toes back towards your kneecaps so you're pressing your heels out in front of you. This should make the tops of your thighs, your quadricep muscles work. And then lower. Again, lift and lower. One more time, lift and lower. Now lift and hold. Use your thighs. Gently draw your belly in as well. Your belly can help support this shape as well, keeping your spine in a long upright position, like you're making your body into an L. Release down, take a break. Now, both arms and legs are going to move at the same time. So bring your arms out in front of you. Straighten your legs out, heels on the ground. As you breathe, you're gonna straighten your legs and lift your arms. So all the way up and release down, arms come to shoulder height. All the way up, heels down, arms to shoulder height. One more time, lift up, release. Now for the last one, we're gonna lift up and hold. So lift up, press up through your arms, move the upper arm bones back by your ears. Press your heels forward, knees straight, belly pulling in. You're in a perfect L as best you can. Breathe, make sure you're breathing. I know it's a lot of work, but this is very strength building. And let it go. Just relax. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath. Let the breath go. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Sit tall, arms out in front of you. And this time we're going to make X shapes with the arms. So we're going to cross one arm over and open up, and cross the other arm over and open up. Keep the elbows straight. So crossing and opening, elbows straight. Couple more. Last one. Release, hands come to the seat of the chair. Extend your legs. Again, make sure you're sitting back. You want your tush towards the back of the chair. Otherwise, this is going to be virtually impossible. So you want to be able to have the thighs mostly supported by the chair seat. Lift your legs. Same position as before with our legs lifted. This time, point your toes. Now we're going to make that same X shape with the legs. So cross and open, cross and open, cross, open up, cross, open up. Two more, cross and release. Okay, now comes the hard part, both arms and legs at the same time. If this is not accessible for you, if it's not doable, don't worry about it. Pick one or the other. You could just do the arms, you could just do the legs holding onto the seat, okay? So options to suit your body. If you're doing both, extend your heels, extend your arms. If you're just doing one, pick which one you're doing. Lift up, cross and open, and cross and open, cross and cross. Keep it going, cross. If you're doing one or the other, you might even want to switch now which one you're doing. If you're doing arms, maybe you do legs now, or vice versa. Keep breathing, make sure you're breathing. This is amazingly strengthening for the core of the body as well as the arms and legs. One more. Let it go. Sit back, relax, shoulders soft, eyes closed, 3 deep breaths. One more breath. And then grab your strap. Sit a bit further forward. It doesn't have to be at the edge, but maybe midway down the chair. And you're going to place the strap around the ball of, let's start with the right foot. So lift your leg up and put the strap around the foot. So it can either go around the ball of the foot, or it could go right at the arch of the foot. Kind of feels nice at the arch. It's like a little massage. But if you need more stretch for your Achilles tendon or your calf, or if you have plantar fasciitis, you might want to take it to the ball of the foot to give those areas a bit more stretch. All right, so once you have the strap at the ball or the arch of the foot, hold the strap with both hands and lift your legs straight out in front of you. Sit tall. So you want that foot moving straight out, hip height. Keep breathing. Now, take the straps in your right hand. Left hand comes to the seat for support. Move your leg open to the right, but don't let your body turn. Keep your body facing forward. Just move the leg. So you're moving from the hip. You're stretching out the inner thigh. Breathe deeply. One more breath. Bring it back to center. Take the strap in your left hand, right hand to the chair leg. Now you're going to move the leg over, but it's not going to move very far because I don't want you to turn your whole body. Keep still, just move the leg. So it's just going to cross right over the midline. Make sure you're still sitting tall. Come back to center. Once again, both hands to the strap. Now, if having your leg out hip height is plenty of stretch for the back of your leg, for your hamstrings, stay there. If it's not, and you have very flexible hamstrings, and you want to bring the leg up higher, feel free to do that. It's not necessary. I don't want you to overstretch. So you do what feels appropriate. And let it go. Step that leg down, sit tall, breathe. Switch sides, okay? So you're gonna wrap the strap around the ball or the arch of the left foot. Both hands to the strap, leg up, hip height. Stay and breathe. Use your arms to support the leg. This is also a good strengthener for the arms, right? There's not a whole lot that we do in a yoga practice to strengthen the bicep muscles, but this actually will do it. That leg is heavy. Let the arms do the work of lifting it. Give your biceps some work. Okay, the strap is going to be in the left hand now, right hand to the chair seat. Open the leg out, keep your torso facing forward. Don't turn your body. No twist in the spine. The spine is not rotating, it's not twisting, it's staying straight. You're working to open up the inner thigh, strengthen the biceps of that left arm. Come back to center, switch the straps to the right hand, left hand to the chair seat. Again, don't twist your spine, just move your leg across the midline. So your torso is still facing directly forward. We're not twisting, we're turning, straight forward. Bring that leg back to center, both hands to the strap. Again, if this coming straight out of the hip is plenty for your hamstrings, stay there. If you want to lift the leg higher and you've got more space and you want more stretch, go ahead. Take a deep breath and let it go. Move your strap out of your way and just sit and breathe. 3 deep breaths. Okay, now cross your right thigh over your left. Hold the sides of the chair for support. Forward bend over your thighs. And then sit up tall. Take a turn to the right, bring your left hand to the right knee. Right hand can just stay on the chair seat and take a gentle twist over to the right. Come back to center. Slide your right knee to the right as your ankle comes on top of the left thigh. So you're in a figure 4 type shape. Sit tall. If you like the forward bend here, feel free to take it. It's not necessary. You probably get plenty of stretch in the hip by just trying to sit up and drop the knee towards the ground. I certainly already feel this, but if you want to come further and forward bend over that leg, you certainly can. If you're down, come up and unwind the leg. Cross the left thigh over the right. Hold the chair, forward bend. Come all the way back up. Bring your hand outside the left leg. Take a gentle turn. Come back to center. Slide your knee over and cross the ankle above the right thigh. So sit tall. Imagine that you're pressing down through the left hip, lifting up through the side of the waist. The knee moves down towards the ground. So there's plenty of activity going on here and sensation, most likely, in that hip already. But again, if you want that forward bend, feel free to take it. It's just probably not necessary for most of us. Sit tall, unwind the leg, put it down. All right, now sit back all the way to the back of the chair so that your low back is hopefully supported by something and your thighs are mostly supported by the chair. This is a core exercise. So if lifting your legs off the ground while we do this is not going to happen for you, if it's too challenging, then keep your heels down or one heel down. We're going to have our legs crossed at the ankles, okay? So you can have a heel down, or for more challenge, the legs are going to lift off the ground. Take your hands behind your head and interlace them. Now make sure you're sitting tall, long, straight spine, okay? And twist from one side to the other. Twist and twist. Come back to center, release. Which leg did you have on top? See if you can remember. Now cross the other one. Opposite interlacing of your hands behind your head. So do what feels a little weird, a little uncomfortable. If you're lifting the legs, go ahead and lift and twist and twist. Twist and twist. One more time each side. Last one. And let it go. Good. Take a breath. Release. Now, widen your knees, widen your feet. Take your hands down to the middle of the chair in front of you. Sit tall, draw your belly in, press your thighs onto the chair and extend your knees. Lift your heels. Pull your belly in. So this really exercises the core, the hip flexors, and the thighs. Hold the chair. If you don't want to hold the chair and you want more challenge, bring your hands to prayer. That's up to you. Circle your ankles around. Circle them the other way. Remember, you can always hold the chair. Release back down. Give your thighs a little wiggle, maybe pound out with your fists gently. Bring your arms out by your sides, straight out from the shoulders. Make sure they're not below the shoulders, right up in line with them. Soften the space between your earlobes and the tops of your shoulders so that you're not gripping, but it's softening and relaxing. Reach out through the fingertips, active. Make fists. Begin to roll your wrists around. Keep your elbows straight. Move the circles slowly so you can really feel the stretch in the wrists and the forearms as you move. Reverse directions. And relax. Once again, reach your arms out. This time, turn your thumbs down towards the ground, lifting the pinky side of your hand up towards the ceiling. So the back of your hand is facing forward. This is a great exercise for the backs of the upper arms as well as the shoulders. This counteracts what I call bingo wings. You know what I'm talking about, right? Those things, bingo wings. It counteracts your bingo wings. Hold. Let it go. Give it a shake. Relax. Bring your hands together. Press your wrists towards the ground and lift your elbows up towards the ceiling. Soften the shoulders. Now turn it the other way. So the backs of the hands come together. The wrists move up towards the ceiling. The elbows move down towards the ground. So it's a tiny little movement. You're probably feeling quite a bit of stretch across the back of the hand and the wrist, maybe into the forearm. Let it go. Give it a wiggle. Wiggle your fingers open and closed a few times and rest your hands on your lap. Sit back in your chair. Rest your back against the back of your chair. Soften your shoulders. Feet planted. Hands relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. This time, breathe in and out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale through your nose. Let your breath soften now. Let it become natural. And as best you can, try to keep the breath moving in and out through the nose. No more manipulation of the breath. Just receive the natural, unforced breath. Effortless. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Soften the skin on the tops of your shoulders. Relax your tongue in your mouth. The jaw muscles release. The front of the throat softens and the back of the neck lengthens. Everything is soft and relaxed and still. Focus your attention on your breath. Just watch it come and go. Keeping your eyes closed, take a deep breath. Exhale through your nose. Peel your back away from the back of the chair. Shoulders moving back up in line with your hips. Ears in line with your shoulders. And then float your eyes open. Draw your hands together at the center of your heart. Take a deep breath. Namaste. Thanks so much for joining me today.